Welcome to Dad's Drafts.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad's Drafts, and as you can see we're ranked 1206, which is much lower than previously, so let's see if maybe we can crank it up a little with this other premier draft of Aetherdrift. So thank you for joining me, and welcome especially to my two new subscribers already at 96. Now, if you have any feedback for me, or if you have any questions, feel free to do so. And if you do have feedback, it can be about my playing or the picking of the cards, whatever. Feel free to do so. But we're good to go. Now, a nice rare single color would be amazing. But let's see what we get. Of course, we get a triple color rare, which is okay, but I'm not going to first pick it. So other interesting cards are the Spin Out, which is an instant removal spell. The Transit Mage, which can find you a lot of good cards in this format. And there's a Chariot, which is good anyway. Now for me, I think it's between these three. Don't really care about these multicolored cards at this slot, even though they are both pretty good. I don't want to commit to 2 or 3 colors in the first pack, especially not with the first pick. So I think it's going to be the Spin Out or the Chariot. I'm not even sure which is best of these three. The problem is Detention Chariot is okay, but it's very prone to removal. And so it is less solid than the Spin Out or the Transit Mage. And I think I'll go for the Spin Out here. Just take a removal spell. I'm okay with that. Alright, well, there's Captain Howler, which is a double colored card, as you can see. Back on Track, which goes very well into any card which lets you cycle stuff into the graveyard, creatures or vehicles. And there's a Grim Bauble and Engine Red. Now I like both of these, but I do like the Captain Howler. And this is actually a card that you can splash for, which means if you go into red-black, you can splash this and do a bit of blue, or go blue-black and splash red. And we're still pretty early, and I don't really care about any of these cards that much. I like the Engine Red, but I think this card can do a lot, because cycling is at instant speed. So if you get some cards with cycling, this is just a great way to either deal some damage, or perhaps draw some cards. Okay, so there's a Boosted Sloop, there's a Zahur, which is amazing. But since we already have the Captain Howler, I think I might go for the Boosted Sloop. And then it turns out we won't be playing the Spin Out, I think. But I think these two go together amazingly. Now we are committing to 2 colors quite early, which is a risk. So let's just hope that these colors are open and pass on any other cards. But these cards are also very good. I think the smartest pick might be Zahur. This is difficult. I think this is a big pick. I think I'm going for Zahur. Sorry for the confusion. Now what do? Imprint, when stock and you may exile a non-artifact, non-land card from your graveyard, and it gives you mana of that color. Okay. Well, since we are in, it seems black-white, it's going to be the Surveyor or the Engine Red. And I think the Surveyor is good because it starts our engines, and we might be in a spot where we care a lot about starting our engines. So I'm taking that, though I would have also liked the Engine Red. Okay, well there's a Disciple, which I like, and I think that's about everything that I like here. A Disciple is good because it can, if you play this on turn 3, the 2-drop that you played previously will most of the times not be blocked. And this can also get in for damage because it has flying. But there's some pretty decent cycling cards here. So if I had picked the Boosted Sloop, blue-red might have been the way to go. But it seems like black-white is also very open. I love a Wicker Folk, but I think the removal spell is probably the best pick here. I would like to pick up some of these, but I'm taking the right end simply because it's good removal. Rambler is amazing. I also like the Surveyor. Collision Course is also okay. But I think the Rambler is just a pretty decent top-end card. But any of these are okay. So I think we are in the right colors, it seems. Archfiend is nice. And I think I will take it here. Not because we are in a reanimate deck, but we did pass on in the first pack some reanimate spells in both black and white. So maybe we will get it now. Let's see. I don't think we will, unfortunately. Green-white's also open. I don't really care about the Locust Spray. I think I'll take the Raceway. So it seems like both reanimation spells got taken, which is very unfortunate for us. I'll take the Remover here. We don't have a lot of artifacts. Okay, well, I'll take the Quick Welder. You never know what kind of artifacts we will pick up. We might still play it. Oh my goodness. No one took the Boosted Sloop. That is sadness. I'm going to take the Javelineer and just cut off the colors. So both reanimation spells got taken, which means that we will probably see none, or maybe very, very few in the upcoming packs. Prefer not to play the Scouter. But we do have some pretty decent removal spells, but we need more 2-drops and 4-drops. And also would like some ways of either reanimating this dude, or some payoffs for us being at max speed. Now we get what we asked for. There's a Back on Track. I will take it here. I would also like the Grim Bauble. I don't really like the Market Back Walker, simply because this is very, very slow. Now if you're in a control deck and you can play this on turn 4, for instance, it's fine. But you want to have instant and sorcery so that if you pass turn, you can just put a counter on it. But I'll take it Back on Track. Other interesting cards for us. Grim Bauble is nice, but I don't think we will see it. I'm just taking the Back on Track here. Let's see if we can get some reanimate going. Now this is only target artifact card, unfortunately. So we cannot do this one. So I think I'll take another Spin Out as a solid removal spell. And then I think we're settled on removal. And now we just need 2-drops and 4-drops. And maybe something that rewards us for our engines being started. Still some pretty decent white cards. I like this one, but we cannot play it. We have 3 instants. I'll go for another right hand. Okay. Well, I like the Chariot. And now I wish I had taken the tune-up, but maybe it will come around. So I'm taking the Chariot. It's still a solid play. And if you can cycle this and reanimate it, it's very good. So 1 tune-up or 1 more Back on Track. And then all we need is just some filler cards to stay alive until the last few turns. Okay, well, it is drying up quite a bit. That's a very late Terrarian, which is amazing. Don't think I really care about this card, but I think it's about the best that's in here. But we're just very low on creatures, so I'm going to take the Interface Ace. But I really hope I won't be needing to play it. Don't really care about this one. As I said before, I don't think this is good at all for this set. The only reason that you might be playing this is for if you can find it with the, what is it, the green 2/4 reach that helps you, lets you search for a creature without abilities. Voyage Home. We only have 5 artifacts, so that's not worth playing it. I'm going to take the Rambler. This is just a decent thing. Oilgorger or Sloth. I think the Sloth is amazing. So I'm taking it here. And now we have quite a gap at the 4-drop slot. I'm not seeing anything else. But we do have a lot of removal. So it would be amazing now to actually pick up some 4-drops. And some kind of reward for us being max speed. So let me put aside what I hope not to be playing. I'll just take this in case we draw a green thing we want to splash. Don't really care about the Scouter. Surveyor is good. Disciple. Quick Welder is also mediocre. So these are all the playables, and I prefer not to play these. And I don't need any more removal. So tune-up would be good. I'll go for the glider. Not because it's amazing, but it is a way to get our speed up when we really need a flyer. I don't hope to be playing the Mustang. Now it is showing as if we have a lot at the 5 slot, but I'm just going to assume that we can play these for 2 mana most of the times. And then the curve is looking much better. So I'm just going to, whoops, put these all away and build it from here. Now we do need more 2-drops. So that means cards at the 2-drop location. And I would like not to play this one. Oh well. I will put it in. I mean, it's not bad, but it's also not amazing. Okay, well, we are quite full on the 5 slot and I like all these cards. So I think I'm going to take the nesting bot here and really hope to get some kind of reward now for us being at max speed, because we have a way to get there easily, but just nothing that rewards us for max speed. Well, only this one, but it should be open in this pack, so I really hope to get some, what is it, Necro Fiends or well, pretty much anything else. Okay, well, weak packs overall. I like the Oil Gorger, which is a kind of reward, but I think I need a 2-drop more. So I'm going to take the Wicker Folk here. Another Archfiend is nice. And we do have the Back on Track. I think one of these will come around. We don't have enough artifacts to make this a very good card. So I'm just going to take another Archfiend. Oh, now we're getting rewarded, that's good. I like the Gas Guzzler a lot, but I think the Ascendant is probably better. But I would like this one, that one, and the Maximum Overdrive. So I'm going to take the Ascendant. And now it's going to be either the Gravestalker or the Engine Red. And we are quite full on the top, so I'm just going to take the Engine Red. And this seems to be our deck. And now we can just do some luxury picking. And I think I'll take the Javelineer. It makes all our cheap creatures better. And now we can get rid of this. Oil Gorger is pretty decent. Engine Red is probably better than the Glider. Don't think I want another Oil Gorger. So I'm going to take the Engine Red number 2, which does a lot of work. Okay, well, I think I might actually just play this Assailant, because I don't want to play the Mustang. So many Oil Gorgers. Oh my goodness, look at this. Well, we were in the right colors. I think I'm going to take the Surveyor here. I like 2-drops, I have decent 5-drops, so yep. Too bad that we didn't see any other reanimation spell. And this is still a decent card. I mean, most of the times, especially with the Nesting Bot and these Surveyors, I think we will be at max speed pretty soon. But we didn't get any other rewards for max speed. But the colors were open, and we got the Embalmed Ascendant. Now I think I do need to do some cutting, but I don't think it will be creatures. I think. Is a Nesting Bot worth playing if you have 2 Engine Reds? Disciple is still okay. Don't want to cut any of the 2-drops. Sloth is amazing, especially with the, what is it, the Deathless Pilot. Probably going to cycle these away most of the games. So maybe I can just play one land less, because it's Magic the Gathering Arena. And we have these things which we all want to cycle, since we have the back on track. So I think this is just going to be the deck. And let's see how this goes. Now, not the best curve, I must admit. And also no great rewards for us being in Black-White. There was this one pack, but there we could only take one card, unfortunately. Where we had to pass on some pretty decent other Start Your Engines cards, for instance the Gas Guzzler. Okay, let's see how this goes. Leroy hacks. Okay, we've got a 2-drop, 3-drop into 4-drop. Opponent goes first, so top decking an engine red. Or maybe the Start Your Engines dude would be amazing. I wonder what he has. Okay. Wicker Folk. Very nice. Now he will probably attack with that. Next turn we can attack with this one, giving it +1/+0. And if it dies it can Surveil, which is pretty strong because we need some lands. And if he keeps this behind and doesn't play anything else, that will be in our advantage. Okay, well, he's also picking up speed. Let's just do this. And hope he blocks. Okay, and now we get to Surveil, and I hope... Okay, too bad. I was really hoping for him to block. Now he will attack with both, and he can pump it. So I'm not going to block. Seems to turn into some kind of race. If I draw a 2-drop, might cycle the Archfiend. So we can attack with the Javelineer. Can pump this twice. Yeah, we're kind of stuck on lands here. So I'm going to... Am I going to take some kind of risk? Let's attack first. If he blocks this, then I'm fine with it. Okay. So now it is going to be a risk, but I really need a land. So I'm just going to cycle this dude and hopefully draw a land so we can play the Wicker Folk. Oh. Yeah, this is terrible. We've got the back on track, which is nice with the Archfiend. But at this moment it only kills our board. So I think we really need to be playing defensively now. Especially because he has that. And he's at max speed. Yeah, I'm not going to block. My goodness, well, this is just very unfortunate. Yeesh. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we can get back from this, to be honest. I mean, we have no good blocks. We've just been stuck on lands for 3 lands for ages. But we've had an amazing hand, so it could have been amazing, but it isn't. Now we do need to do a lot of jumping. We can get the Archfiend back, but nothing will die. Okay, well, I don't mind this if he does that. Okay, so that has Death Touch. He can pump this, making it a 3/4. Which, these are the best blocks, I think. And the stupid ward pay 2 life is actually going to be very painful. We're at 5. Don't believe we have a way to gain life. And his count is at... Okay, well, he has 0 artifacts. Wow. Well, as I said before, I don't think we can get out of this. That doesn't have death touch. Nor can we kill it. Well, he only has to play 1 artifact and he still wins. So, and we cannot kill anything. So I think it's still a good game. I mean, we go to 1. Yeah, well, never mind. Never mind. I'm just giving up. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Well, at least his ward is gone. But he will get rid of the back on track, I fear. Okay, well, I'm just going to play it out, but we can gain 2 life, which is not enough. We can only play this, which we must. And we will probably have to chump with the pilot to block the Hellride. But if he keeps drawing lands, maybe there's a way. I hope he has nothing. We really need land. Oh, well, I think this is... We need to chump. Yeah, he can just play that next turn and we're dead. Yeah, well, never mind. Too bad. Stuck on 3 lands for about 3 turns. That's how that happens. We had an amazing hand, but we could also curve out. Just bad luck. Let's continue. Let's at least hope the queue is a bit shorter this time. Yep. Disaster. Well, this hand is a disaster. We go first. Only 1 color of mana, no 2 drops. Yeah, I have to mulligan this. Okay, well, this is better. And since we have double black, I'm ditching the land. But this is way more action. And the opponent also had to mulligan, so we're on even grounds. And Surveyor is amazing with the Javelin here. Having a 3-2 Death Toucher with First Strike. Or not Death Touch, I mean 3-2 First Striker. Okay. I don't think he will attack since we have the engine red. But if he does, I'm willing to trade. And we can just spin out anything he plays. If he plays the bird, that gives it indestructible, that will be painful. Okay. He shouldn't attack, right? Okay, so the question is, do we get aggressive? We can kill the ace and then attack for 6. We can kill the lynx, attack with everything. Then almost nothing will get through. It just feels bad to use that one. Do we have any good attacks like this? I think we do. Let's just do it like this. Best to use the removal spell defensively. But he will gain some life, and I just assume that he has some very big stuff for us to use the spin out on. Like that one. So we are most definitely killing that. And attacks are kinda dead. He can crew this. This is just classic. Last game we didn't draw any lands, now we're drawing only lands. Do we want to trade the engine red? I don't think we do. Yeah. It was worth a shot. Would like to draw some action now. That is quite painful. Okay. Now I will attack with the engine red. Okay, we're up to speed. We play this dude, we get some more bodies on the battlefield. And if our stuff dies now, he will lose life. And we've got the engine red, so we can at least do some damage. But this serpent is going to do a lot of damage to us. Would like to draw some more of the removal spells. Ouch. Yeah. He has a nice deck. Maybe we need to put in more top end, I don't know. Well, that is a good jumper. But it's not what we like to draw. I think I'm just going to cut this and put in something bigger. Oh man, all the transit mages. Probably the flyer that he can play, the 3/4 flyer. Okay. Yeah, he's just... In the end, it's a game of cards, and if you draw more cards than the opponent, you're probably going to win. And he's at 17 still, so we... I was going to say we really need to not be drawing any lands, but this is classic arena. We could top deck one of the Archfiends, but then it will just kill our board completely. And he is popping off, drawing a lot of cards. Okay. Well, I am blocking with the Surveyor, because then we can draw a card, which is good, I think. We have a lot of removal spell that we can draw. Should have tapped one black, by the way. Oh my goodness. Well, this stops his flyers if he wants to attack. I'm not sure why he's not just using this ability and attacking 3 turns, and he would win. Like that. He should have done that 1 turn sooner. But yeah, card draw is a good mechanic. Okay, well, please reveal some good stuff to the top. This will also not help us against the Gear Serpents. This might with Surveilling. We'll play it simply so I can use the Engine Red on his turn. But now maybe I can do some stuff with the sacrificing, gaining life, you know. Because it gives us 1 more turn if we sacrifice a creature. So gaining life is whenever a creature, okay, so that's not only non-tokens. Whenever a non-token creature control dies, okay, so I'm going to play this anyway. Going to attack for 3. Yep. So now let's see if he thinks he has lethal. But this will be very close. He might think that he has lethal. So now we sacrifice the Wicker Folk. We get a zombie. We gain life. Opponent loses life. That is decent. And I think we just have lethal, right? So we can deal 2 to him. Yeah, I think we just win here by sacrificing our whole board. Because this drains whenever a creature dies. So I can just sacrifice my whole board and I will win. So, and it doesn't need any mana. So let's just do that. Sacrificing your own stuff. I can only do it once each turn. Oh, that is important. So I can do it in his turn as well. So I still win, I think. So I'm just going to put an upkeep stop. And I need the Engine Red. Once each turn, whenever not and whenever this is in every turn, yeah. So I think we still win, unless he has some instant life gain stuff, then I will be very sad. So untap. I wanted a stop. I clicked the wrong one. Oh, if he has some life gain stuff now, I will be sad. I clicked the wrong one. I was going to do untap and not let him draw. Because if he has another one of these, Voyage Home, I think he can still win. Let's do this first. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, that was quite the battle. I really didn't expect to be winning there. So keeping Zahur on top was a good call. And I was just very happy that he didn't have any life gain. But if he had done this tactic one turn sooner, he just waited too long with attacking with the Gear Serpent, because he started playing those flying artifact creature boys. And at the board stage, unless they attack with it, it was not very useful. So he shouldn't have played those, but just swing, I think. Let's kick it. Yep. Keeping it. Now, if we could draw one more of these, we will have an amazing aggressive start. I mean, it's still good anyway, but they're just a good combination. We have a Sloth, but nowhere near the lands to play it. Okay, Beast Rider Vanguard. If he attacks, of course I'm not blocking. But it's unfortunate that he got to go first. It kind of kills our whole plan. Okay. Javelineer or Engine Rat and Surveyor? I think Javelineer. But it seems like he has some kind of bounce spell, perhaps, which would really hurt us. He has a bounce spell, which hurt us. Would like to draw another land. I'm keeping the spin out for anything huge he plays. I mean, we have the card advantage. He has 3. We have 6. But we're just missing lands. Okay, well, that's a good card. Please not the big boy. I don't think he will get. He will get the 3-2, I think. He will get the big boy. He cannot play it anywhere near. Do I want to trade this for any of those two? Maybe I do. It clears the board and we get to surveil. And I wouldn't mind to surveil one at this stage. I just really like a land or another removal spell. Or that one. Next turn we can build out our board. Engine Red plus Ascendant. Oh, he might have triple green next turn, depending on his plays. We could also pick up speed by killing the Fang Summoner. But I don't think we should. And to be honest, as long as he only has this one, an Engine Red is as good as a spin out. Oh, that's a very annoying card. Land from the top, thank you. I'm going in with the big Sloth. And I don't want to do that, no. So if I attack, my stuff will get -1, -0, which means this will be a 4-5, an 0-1, which would make it a terrible attack. Oh no. He's going to kill my Sloth. Okay. So if I settle this, I can attack with it, of course, which will be 1 free attack. And then I'll play the Rambler, but I think the Sloth is going to die next turn. So I'm just going to do this now, now that I still can. And I think we are going to need the engine red as well in the upcoming turns, simply to get our speed up. And he's going to blow that up soon. So let's just keep going wide, keep up the removal spell. So this is going to be useful either against the strategist, if he wants to use the exhaust ability, which is soon. But now he's going to blow up the sloth, attack with the strategist. And he doesn't have triple green. So goodbye sloth, you will be dearly missed. We get 2 damage. And I want to keep the spin out for when he does the exhaust ability. Okay, well that's actually not too bad. We can only attack with the Rambler, which is a 4/4, because of that stupid thing. And I'm fine trading it with anything. Okay. We're almost at max speed. Okay, well now he will definitely use the exhaust on the strategist. Okay, kind of surprised he will not, it seems. I guess I'll just do this then. He might have to do it defensively. Okay, well, now I'm playing the raceway, because we can filter the swamp. So let's just do the same thing again. He will block with the strategist and then exhaust it. And we will kill it in response. Or he has something else, of course. Broken wings. He does have something else. This thing is so annoying. So let me think. I don't think we care about the tyrant. I think we care more about this one. Simply because the -0 does a lot and the death touch can stop the tyrant. And now we can play the Javelineer. Get in. Oh, we cannot get in because he has this stupid reach. Okay, well I shouldn't have done that. I should have just used the engine red to get to max speed. But now at least we have a threat of going wide. And max speed would be great with the Ascendant as well. Okay, well let's just do this. And now anything dying on our board deals damage to him. And the engine red will also deal damage. Okay. I like this. Let's double block that one and block that one. Surveyor's dying is good news for us because we get to draw a card. He's at 7. Wow. Wait, this is of course the better option. What is this deck? I'm going to double tap Oh my goodness. Well, I think he's still about dead unless he top decks some kind of trample spell. But this is just surreal. 1 land in the graveyard, 2 in hand, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 4 land cards in these 19 cards. Which, of course, is classic Magic the Gathering. And this is very annoying for us. The reach creature really... Oh. So, I play the chariots, I remove that one. I cannot attack with everything, but I can attack with the flyer, and I think that's the better option here. So, let's not tap the land, which is useful, please. We'll just get rid of the Fangdruid Summoner. We've kind of lost our engine red. And we still have the Ascendant, which gains its life, I think, and deals damage to the opponent. Okay, good game. Well, extremely flooded, but still managed to pull it off. And so you see that the board situation is very important. In this case, I could just keep the 9/7 alive and not kill it with the spin out, but instead thereof I had to kill the flyer, which made more sense. It is slow. Opponent goes first. We have an engine red to stall everything. Let's just hope to draw some 2-drops, and we should be okay. Hopefully drawing a Archfiend, one of the 2 that we have, would also be nice. Removal spells, decent. 2-drop or Archfiend from the top would be very nice. That is neither. Let's hope the Sloth will pull some weight here. He might have the trick, the Death Touch one, and we are just only drawing lands. No 2-drops, unfortunately, but anything that dies we can get back. So even if he kills the Sloth, that is fine. I'm not sure why people do that during that. Oh, it's for one damage more, I guess. We have a 3/4 3/3. I guess I'll just kill the elephant. I want to keep my life total up, so I'm just going to play the bird. If he attacks now, I will not block it because I think he has the +1/+1 and Death Touch. Okay, it seems like he doesn't want to deal damage to me. He has no reach. I don't mind taking some damage. I will take 6 next turn, but that's fine. And next turn we can play the pilot and crew up the Sloth, which is a good combination. I would also like to draw the bird that gives lifelink. Yep. Fine with him playing that. Yep. Don't care about that, just casually taking 6 damage. Okay. What is up with all the lands deck, really? So, this is actually a pretty decent combination. Do I attack with the Assailant? We can get it back, so I think I do. Then at least I have something to do next turn. And everything untaps anyway. And if he attacks next turn, I will block with the pilot. Because we can get it back anyway. But yet again, drawing an excessive amount of lands. Okay, goodbye Sloth. We can and will get it back. I think this was about our opening hand, right? Did we have... Okay. Well, you know, it happens. It's a part of the game. Okay. I think we have to do some chomping with the pilot again. Or maybe with that pilot. I'm in no rush. If he attacks with the Jaguar, I will probably just block with that pilot. But I want to get to 4 speed with the Ascendant. And if he has nothing else, he doesn't have great blocks for the Sloth. Please let me get to max speed, I was going to say. So I'm not going to play the Ascendant just yet. Oh no, my pilot is gone. Okay, so we cannot do both. But we can get up to speed, which I think is good enough. Because if this attacks, all creatures untap. So I can just settle with these. And either he sacrifices a vehicle, or we get up to max speed. I hope he lets us go to max speed. He lets us go to max speed. Okay, so if he attacks with only the Jaguar, I think I will chump with the Thopter maybe. Because he can get this back to the battlefield anyway. But now with this one, it really helps to do stuff with. He can just get it back, so I'm just going to block like this. Hope to draw some kind of action together with this Ascendant. He's going to reanimate something. But we've drawn more than enough lands. He gets the engine red back. Okay, well that helps. So this can trade for the engine red, which I don't really mind. This can attack freely. It has settle 4 though. Yeah, it's annoying that he has the vigilance. So we will not kill it this turn. And now he will have to do some jumping. Probably throw one of the artifacts in front of them. Very, very sad that he didn't tap the Jaguar to saddle it, or what is it? Crew it, because then we could use right hand. Oh, okay. Yep. That is good. He can just get the Junker back and kill any of these. Probably the Sloth. Goodbye, Ascendant. That is unfortunate. To be honest, as I said before, we should be drawing some action here. And now we will kill the Sloth. Yep. Yeah, this is not looking too good. Well, I think at least he might not attack with the Jaguar anymore. Zahur would be nice. We don't have any reanimation spells anymore. So this will be very difficult for us to come back from. I have to get rid of it anyway. Well, it is a threat, which is good. And it is some free life gain, which is also good. So let's just do that. And he doesn't have vigilance anymore. So anything that he taps now. Do we care more about the Junker than the 3/4? I think I... do we care about the Engine Red? I do care about him gaining life, so I'm going to exile that now. Because this might become a very close game. And we could draw our own Engine Red, which would increase the clock quite a bit. But I'm going to take quite some damage now, probably 7. Oh, I can only crew 1, okay. Probably 4. And I'm taking it. If we just draw some blockers, this Disciple might go the distance. And I'm keeping the zombie back, I think. Keeping every land that I have now. What I draw. Oh, Zahur is nice. He's got nothing to do. We're at max speed. I am going to attack with the Disciple. And I think I'm just going to block with the zombie and then sacrifice it, get some surveils going. Because I want to find the Archfiend, which we have 2 of, but not seen any of yet. So we're jumping. He can no longer try to kill the Disciple. He can, but then we'll get a 2/2 zombie. We are at 6 effectively. This is going to be a very close game. I'm very happy with this. If he attacks with this, I am okay. The question is, do I block both? This is quite a big turn. So I can kill both, it seems. Or I can chump, take one, sacrifice this and surveil. I think I want to keep Zahur up. And let's surveil any kind of action. Removal spell. That does increase the clock. And it is action. So I'm just keeping this. Because if this dies, we will still get a 2/2 zombie. But we will have to be mindful of our life total. So can I attack with both? He attacks with 2. He deals 6. I think it's too risky. I might have to block with Zahur. So I'm just going for the Disciple. Maybe I'm playing it too safe, but he can activate this once now, and he can activate it again. So if I actually had attack with the 2, I would have been dead. So it's a good thing that it didn't attack. Surveilling 2 is big though. And if he if he attacks, I will block at least with a Javelineer. But I just need to surveil some good stuff to the top. I mean, I've got 2 Archfiends, and if it's one of these top 3 cards, I'm good. Don't have any more Disciples. Okay. Well, he can do quite the swing now. He has 6 mana left, so we are at 3. Can he just... No, he doesn't have enough crewing. Okay, very happy. I almost thought that he could just swing with everything and kill us. But I think we'll only get one more turn now. At max. And we can not swing back at him in any way. He's probably doing the math now. I think we also lose the Zahur here. If we could just surveil the Archfiend to the top, I think we win. Yep. Probably also the Junker, yep. He should attack with everything, I guess. Doesn't attack with the red. Well, we have to block both. And I'm going to sacrifice the Javelineer first. That's a land. Really need a top deck now. Removal spell. Oh. Aces. So this kills his board, it also kills mine, but I am happy to take the trade. He has to block here, he will deal 2 to me. And now it's just up to me to play this and not cycle it. And hope that he doesn't do anything crazy. Because if he plays 2 creatures or whatever, we still lose. Because he can attack with both. But my goodness, oh, even if we lose, this is a close game. Oh, we win. Oh, I must say, these close games, they're not good for the heart. I mean, I'm not that old yet, but I think with every game like this, I age like a year. My heart just slowly dies and decays. That's just too many close games so far. But the Archfiends, yep, needed that. Well, we have a combo. We go first, I play the Surveyor, and let's just hope to draw some lands. We don't need many, because we can cycle this. Okay. That is a land, which I'm very happy with. I'm not sure if I would play Zahur just yet. He cannot exhaust this. He should probably attack, right? Yeah. Yeah, no. I just want to get to 5 mana as soon as possible. But we will endure some damage. If we just draw 2 lands now, I think we're good. No, don't kill my Zahur. We can't even surveil. That's annoying. Yeah, keep playing those small dudes. I'm gonna get my lands. I'm going to wipe the board. That's not a land. Please, deck, don't disappoint me. I need a land. Oh! Okay, attacks are over. Why? So now we're just jumping. Okay, we're not even jumping. Now we're just dying. 2 lands would do it. Okay, so that's 1. And we just play the Assailants. And now another land. And we're good. And if he attacks with both, I will block the Goblin, I guess. Or maybe the Catalyzer. But we badly need a land. Let's just do that one. Land from the top. Please, deck. Well. Why? If he top decks a land which is dead, even if we just had a plains. Oh, well, that also works. He didn't know. He didn't know we had this action, but we were just unlucky. Ah. Yeah, that hurts. Not getting our 5th land. Oh well, part of the game. Really hope to get at least one more win here. We've got the curves. I'm liking it. Might actually get our speed to 2 next turn. If he doesn't play a blocker. Okay. Now we're drawing lands, which is nice. We're at 3 already. Next turn we can disciple. I might just block the sarcophagus here. If he attacks. Well, he doesn't attack. So he does attack. So that's just a definite trade. Yeah, guess I'll do this. We're max speed, baby. And that's why I didn't really mind the surveyor to die. Okay, so that is crew 5. He will find his second color, which is good for him. It's good for us that he's doing a red, which means he's not going as aggressive as he was probably hoping to. Archfiend is okay. He's going to kill my bird. Yep. Well, we have a Rambler, which is pretty much the same. It's only a 1/1 flyer. But we need to be mindful of him crewing this at some point. And at this point the Archfiend only just wipes our board. Okay. Don't think I care about taking some damage. So I will not block. And if he plays a land, he can pump next turn. He doesn't, so we have some decent attacks. Oh, that's also very good. Let's just cycle the Archfiend first. Keep the removal and the surveyor up. And let's get in for 6. Which, as it seems, is a pretty decent attack. Now I'm keeping up the spin out in our turn. And I'm playing the swamp because I know we have the raceway, but no, I'm keeping it up. He plays black, so he might have the artifact which makes us discard stuff. And I don't want him to force me playing my spin out. He's stuck at 4 lands, which is good news for us. Okay, well, I think the Rambler is about to die. Yep. I think there's no need for us to play our removal spell now. So I'm just going to get the surveyor going. See if we can find one of our signpost cards. Zahur or the Embalmed Ascendant. And keep up the spin out. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay, don't really care about this. He might play something else. Okay, well now the Surveyor is actually pretty decent attacker, so I'm not sure why he would do that. Lands for days. Cannot do both, so I might have to engine red at some point. So let's just do this. See what he does. And now if he uses a trick, I will do the spin out. Oh. That's fine. Okay, well, there's a Rambler. But this is not looking too good now. That was a good trick from his side. I think we have to block with the engine red at some point. And make sure that this Rambler has all the space that he needs to attack. So I'm not going to let him get to max speed, so this is just going to happen. Yep. Okay, well, I am definitely destroying that. Because if he gets to max speed with the engine red, he will get a lot of card advantage. Chariot is a nice card here. Don't really care about the... do I care about the engine red? I'm not going to use a Chariot on an engine red. Even though it gets him to max speed. I rather just keep the Chariot for something big that he plays next turn. Or use it next turn and attack with a Rambler, which I think is better. We're at 15. It is looking okay. Chariot was a nice draw. Reanimate spell would be amazing. And if he attacks with the engine red to get his speed up, I will of course block. But I don't expect him to. I don't think he has a land in hand, because if he had... Well, maybe he is contemplating if he wants to discard the land to play this and get in with definite trample damage. But then we could just trade the Rambler if you want. Oil Gorger. Oof. Well, I am going to use the Chariot on that. Would like to draw something small too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we cannot do both. I'm going to have to use the spin out on the Oil Gorger to prevent him from gaining life. And then the Chariot on the next big thing he plays. At this point I'm just mostly scared of him gaining life. we're at 12. I mean, we can still take some hits, but he's at 6. So if he's not careful, he could face lethal next turn, and we should keep our eyes open for that. We have 6 on the ground. Okay. Seems like he is going in for something aggressive here. Ooh. Okay, well, do we have lethal? I can kill the Oil Gorger. If he plays another creature, we don't have lethal, which would be unfortunate. Oh, he gains a life. Oh, that is very, very painful, actually. Darn it. Oh. Javelineer from the top would still do it. That's a Javelineer. Can we play both? I kind of assumed that we could. I don't think we can, actually. So, no, we cannot play both. Oh, that's annoying. I think we're still good, though. Let's just play it safe. I'm going to use the Chariot on the Engine Red, which feels like a total waste, but you know. If he hadn't played the land, we would have lethal. But he had to gain life, of course. He has another draw step. We're at 8. He has 3 mana. He's got 2 life. Okay. Rising steadily. But man. We're 4 and 2. I don't think we will get to the trophy. We need 3 more wins. But anyone who's still here, kudos. Because I think you've been watching for about an hour and 15 minutes. Some of these decks, I mean, some of these games were just... well, I would say a drag, but that sounds very negative. A very long torture. Yeah, very long torture. That's the right description, I would say. Okay. Let's continue. Ooh. No white source. Opponent goes first. We have the Archfiend to cycle. It is a sketchy keep. But we have an Engine Red and a Javelineer. Now that might have been the wrong call, but I assume that we have 3 steps before we can draw planes, which would be enough for us to do a lot of stuff. Okay, well, seems like we are in no such position. One of the top 2 cards has to be a land. Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess we're keeping the Engine Red back. Natural 3 colors. He's just doing it to mock me. I mean, let's be honest. There's a land. Disciple could get us another bit of action, but I think I'd rather just do it with the Javelineer, so that I can give this lifelink an indestructible and at least deal some more damage. I mean, this 1 damage is not that impressive. Of course I'm going to block at least that one. He has nothing. Wicker Folk is nice. If we draw a land, I will play the Ascendant. It will be a decent blocker. And I assume he has nothing. So if he swings with everything, which he might still, okay, well he's not going to swing, I think. He could do it just to get up to speed. Oh, we're close. I'm going to play this one. Get in for some lifelink action, free damage. But we're going to need something against the Hazard of the Dunes. Oh, this is interesting. So he wants to get his speed up badly, which makes sense. I'm just going to assume that I will draw a land soon. So that hurts. If we draw a land, it will still be pretty decent, but we will lose a lot of life. And this worm will still be up, but we cannot really do anything else. So let's just do that. Kills most of his creatures. And this will be a 7/7, which we can block nicely. Okay, so the only problem at the moment is the Hazard of the Dunes. Okay, don't mind surveilling. I would like a plains. Or a removal spell. That is also a decent 5-drop, yeah. If he attacks with a Hazard of the Dunes and he plays a land, we will still be good. But we've got no good attacks. Well, we can attack with the Javelineer, which would still be worth it, I guess. But we're at 8. He's got something, for sure. Oh, he's got his own version. Okay, well, this is a problem. Should have attacked first, but I think he's not going to block anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to throw everything in front of the hazard if he plays a land. And otherwise I'll just block the Oil Gorger with the Archfiend. Okay, so he will... Oh, okay, he's not going to attack. Okay, well that's very nice. Just playing Surveyor. I'm very glad with the spin out. Now, he will probably exhaust at the end of his turn. And in response, I will use the spin out. If I had attacked into it, it would be too obvious. Well, this is annoying. He will gain some life. We have some pretty good attacks though, but We're on a 2-turn clock. Need to keep the Thopter behind. That is a good draw. Just bumping this, dealing some damage, hoping to seem desperate. Okay, and I like to surveil. So we're still in a good spot here. And I am just going to spin out the Oil Gorger now, because he might top deck some kind of indestructible and counter stuff. Okay, so now we can just keep jamming. And since we drew the Sloth, I'm just going all out. We've had that thing in hand, I think, from the start. So we only just got our 5th land. Well, this is looking pretty decent. I think we don't have to I'm just going to play it safe. I could maybe attack for lethal, but I want all my stuff to untap. Okay, that's fine, my stuff still untaps. And, well, depending on what he has, he could have a board wipe. Okay, good game. Oh, yeesh. Okay, we got there. I didn't attack into the Hazard of the Dunes, because if I did, and he would... he's a high rank player, he would know that I have some kind of removal. So I'd rather just let him exhaust, let him use up all his mana, so that I know that he has nothing against my destroy spell. But I think new players would just attack into that, and then he will just block differently, and your removal spell will be terrible. If I attack with the 5/4 Rambler into his 4/4, and he could exhaust it, then he knows that I have removal spell. So he just doesn't block with the 4/4 reach creature, but probably with some silly other creatures. And then my removal spell is terrible. So you should always keep that in mind too. Yep, keeping. 2-drop, 3-drop. Of course, Swamp would be amazing here, but I just assume that we will draw it at some point. That's a very nice card. Lovely, lovely. And we have 2 draw steps to draw a Swamp, and then our Surveyor will be good. Now we have only 1 draw step to draw some kind of land. Yep. Okay, he gets in. Oh. Well. Yes, 2-lander is a risky keep, but this just makes no sense. There we go. But now that thing is blocking it. Guess I still play this just to block with. But we need to get rid of the spike spitter, so we need to get another swamp, and we need to get our engines up. But this is not looking too good. He's got a big board. So we can gain some life, which is pretty useless. But I think it's the only chance, the only thing that we have, since I need the disciple to block the wicker folk. And now we just not attack. And hopefully prevent him from getting to 4 speed. And if he has a removal spell, it's going to be very difficult anyway. Alright, well, he got his engines up anyway. Yeah, we need a swamp to get rid of this spike spitter. You can give something first strike, I guess. Plus 1 plus on trample, so we lose the disciple. Yeah, this is going to be very difficult. Even more difficult than it already was. Since we're just not having the best time. We're not dead yet. But we do need to do some unfortunate blocking. He will have card advantage. And we're at 10. So, as I said before, it will be very difficult. Best turn 5 play is probably the Rambler. Yeah, stuff just has to die. And we can always get that creature thing back with the back on track. Well, at least we can double spell, so that's something. And we can surveil. Hopefully surveil a swamp to the top. Okay, I guess Zahur is indeed passed. Yeah. And now we cannot even surveil anymore. I need this to block. He will also block with the spike spitter, I guess. So we get 4, we go down to 5. We're already 2 lower. So we're actually at 3. Back on track can still do a lot of useful stuff here. But we just need a spin out, or at least a land. But it's going to be very difficult. Swamp, cycle into a swamp, perhaps. Are we just dead? Yeah, could have been nice. And there's our swamp, way too late. Well, I mean, he has lethal. I mean, he would be stupid not to just finish it. Yeah, sure. Do your thing. Sacrifice the outpace. Oh, well, that's also fine. Yeah, well, eventually we went, what is it? 5 and 3. I cannot complain. We didn't have the best deck. The colors were open. We got some pretty decent removals. But we did have some unlucky games at the start with the total mana screw, or maybe just drawing too many lands. But I am happy with this 5 and 3. Now, thank you for watching. If you liked what I did, feel free to let me know, either by commenting, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching Dad's Drafts.